Day 3, take 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? I started this video originally and I had zip for sound. How's that? How's that for live, man? It's freaking awesome. I did about 3 minutes, so it wasn't even worth keeping. Neither here nor there. My name is Scott Allison. This is my Beyond 280 channel. I'm not going to go into the details on that because that's not what this is about today. Today is about day 3 of the 7-day challenge. The 7-day challenge is brought to you by the Creator Toolkit. The Creator Toolkit is a great resource for people just getting started streaming or creating content of any kind. And it kind of goes through, step by step what you need to do to get started. Even if you're a seasoned creator, there's a lot of great tips and tricks. And part of that is the 7-day challenge that I'm doing. Also, the Creators Guild is a great community of creators that are from all over the world that are basically coming together and sharing experiences, on their feedback, getting feedback on their content. And we've got a whole section now for graphics, and it's a growing community. It's a really, really awesome community, and it's really helped me kind of get over the hump and get out there and start creating content. So the 7-day challenge, on the first day, I introduced myself, told you who I was. On the second day, I was challenged to talk about what kind of which content I want to create, what kind of topics I want to talk about. Today is day number 3, and we're talking about the type of content. Meaning, do I want to do a podcast? Do I want to do live video? Do I want to do recorded video? Do I want to paint? No, I don't want to paint. But I do want to create content. And I talked a little bit about it yesterday, where I got my content creating bug. And that was basically from during the pandemic, the beginning of the pandemic, when everything was really locked down here in Texas. Loosened up quite a bit after that. Neither here nor there. And we were streaming our karaoke sessions. And man, I got the bug. I loved streaming. And now I've really gotten into it. And I've been setting my wife up with her home office / studio. So yesterday I talked about what I want to talk about. And I do want to, even though my show is really about social media and empathy, I wanted to also talk about, my dream job is like 5 days a week, talk about politics, right? So I know it's a saturated market. So live video, I think, is an unusual medium for that. You get a lot of recorded video, right? You got some of the bigger names like your Dana Lashes, maybe even Jesse Kelly and a few others that do some live stuff over the internet. But those people, they have radio shows and they have TV appearances and all that. So my brand is it's not unique, but it's it's not quite as saturated as I really think it is sometimes. So I definitely want to do live video. I feel like I'm better when I'm off the cuff, when I'm just coming at you, just whatever's coming into my brain and spewing out of my mouth. I feel like that's when I'm at my best. So live video is definitely the number one kind of content. But here's the thing, I'm going to cop out. I also want to do podcasts. Also want to do recorded video. Now, this is going to sound counter to what I said yesterday, but for my recorded video, I kind of want to do something different, right? So my short-term goal is a podcast. And so what's great about the software that I use, which is Ecamm Live, it's Mac-only software, and it's not for everybody. I know, like Kevin out there and some other people are anti-Mac. You can't stream on a Mac. Man, Ecamm sucks. Blah, blah, blah. And Ecamm's pretty good, actually. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. But one of the cool little features on Ecamm Live is that as you're streaming or recording video or whatever, you have the option to separate your audio track. And if I separate my audio track, that's like a big part of the battle in creating a podcast out of the stuff that I'm doing today. So I think that's something I'm definitely thinking about doing, is that maybe even on just my Monday shows where I'm doing a little to the right, which is my tagline, where I'm going to do politics, and from a social media point of view, that would end up being my podcast. And I would very easily just take the audio, do whatever editing I need to it, I have a podcast. So I think that's a really quick win, because of just the technology is already there and it's very simple. And I might need to up my audio game if I do that. So that's something I'm going to be thinking about. But for recorded video, so my cousin, he's also my friend. Who am I kidding? We're good buddies, but he's also my cousin. He has a media company called Crusader Media. If you're not, you're probably not familiar with his work, but he does. He started out kind of doing photography and videos. He does a lot of drone videos for like realtors and oil and gas companies and stuff like that. So he flies a lot of drones and cool stuff like that. But he's also really been really into video, and he's recorded a couple of shorts now. And I'm super intrigued by that. So I think I really want to get into recorded video. I just don't know what kind of genre or what I want to record yet. Because here's the reality. I think I mentioned last stream or the stream before, one of the challenge days, that I'm a huge movie buff. And when I was younger, in my crazy 20s, I wanted to be a screenwriter and director. Never really wanted to be an actor. I've been told I could be an actor, but I don't have the chops. But I think I could be a director, and I think I could be a screenwriter, and I would love, 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 love to get behind the camera and be a director, or sit down and pound out a script, and do videos, and whatever form those videos take. Maybe it's a YouTube short, maybe it's like remember the SNL digital shorts where it was like comedic. Those were funny, by the way. So yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to go out there and do all three. That sounds like such a cop out. And Mr. Impartial Geek, don't get mad at me, but it's true. It's what I want to do. I've gotten the bug for creating content in general. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Now, one of the things that I used to try to do was blogging, not vlogging, but blogging, which is another type of content. And I just found that I could not. I can't write as fast as I think and talk. So I had a lot of things I wanted to say, and then sitting down and wordsmithing it and writing it out, it was just too long of a process for me. Video, especially live video, and then doubling up with podcasts makes perfect sense. It makes absolutely perfect sense, and it allows me to run my mouth a mile a minute and voila, let the chips fall where they may. So that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm planning on doing, I think. So let me know what you think. When I post this in the guild, please give me some constructive feedback. What do you think? Is that a good idea to take some of my content and convert it to podcast, so that I've got live video and I've got a podcast that I can publish out there? What are your thoughts? Really appreciate that. While I've got them here, I'm going to say Midwest Merchandiser, thanks for showing up. I didn't really expect anybody to show up. But he thinks that Ecamm is the way to go if my Mac can handle it. So depending on what your Mac is, I have an M1 Mac Mini with the 512 and 8 gigs of RAM, and it's smoking. It's freaking amazing. That my machine's not even hiccuping when I've got a ton of stuff open too. I mean, you're not supposed to. I know we're supposed to keep things separate, but I've got a ton of stuff open that works great. But that's not why I'm here. Little distraction. Thank you, Midwest, for coming and trolling me with your Mac questions. Just kidding. So yeah, what should I do? I'm going to keep doing the live stream thing, but I think I want to take it to the podcast level, and I think that's an easy thing to do. But should I get into recorded video as well? And I think a lot of that's going to depend on my time, specifically with my corporate overlords. As long as I'm working with them and, kicking ass and taking names there, it's going to be tough to do all three of those things. So we'll see. If my wife's business takes off, we'll see. Maybe I can just start doing content creation maybe half of my time, and take a step down and take a lower paying job somewhere else, or get into one of my business ideas. I actually have a couple business ideas that I might get into, but hopefully, in order to do all three of those things, I'm going to have the time. And right now, no time. So yeah, there we go. If you can handle all three with your time management, then go for it. Thank you, Mr. Midwest Merchandiser. I'm sure you have a first name, but I'm just going to call you Mr. Midwest Merchandiser because it sounds kind of weird. Yeah, if my time management, so that's why I'm like, I'm not sure if I can do all three. So we'll see. We'll see. But hey, thank you so much for coming by. Thanks for checking out this video. Please give me feedback in the guild. I'm looking forward to any feedback, even if it's critical. If you want to criticize me, please do. I don't get mad and I don't get even. So there you go. Everybody have a great evening. Peace out.